You know, we didn't even we looked like we were coached by a high school coaching staff. We looked like we were coached by a high school coaching staff. Now, first, let me talk about. First of all, I want to say, congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. It pains me in my gut to even say that. It pains me in my gut to say congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. Just let me get that out. The Dallas Cowboys, they were the better team. They were the better team, point blank, period. They were the better team. Now, shout out to Carson Wentz for still battling and still staying in it and still, making it at least interesting enough to where we felt like that the game could have been won. Now, the game could have been won. It could have been won. But I got to go from the top to the bottom on this one. I got to talk about Doug Peterson. Let me talk about Doug Peterson. In the first quarter, 4-1, Doug Peterson decides to go for it instead of taking the three and making it a 3-3 ball game. You supposed to take that three right there. You're supposed to take that three right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad call, but you can live with that. You can understand why. Bad call. I'm going to keep furthermore explaining why. We get in another situation, a 4th and 8. Doug is thinking about going for it. The Cowboys call timeout. Doug then takes the 56-yard punt with about a minute 40-something left. If you miss that punt, you give them a short field position right before the half ends. We make the punt. That don't happen. I mean, we make the field goal. That doesn't happen. But you're supposed to punt right there. You're supposed to punt or go for it, but you're supposed to punt right there. For the situation of the game, you're supposed to punt right there. We get the field goal, which is even better. Long field goal. They're not really guaranteed anymore, especially with Jake Elliott. We get that. That's even better. And then Jim Schwartz. This playing the sticks defense on 3rd and downs, this Hail Mary style defense is killing us and it's costing us football games. It almost cost us in the Jacksonville game over in London. When you play the sticks, these teams are going to throw that screen. They might not get the first down, but they could end up in field goal position, making it a 4th and 3, but a 40-yard kick or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? You can't keep playing defense like that. You can't keep playing defense like that. That's how they were able to score at the end of the half, and that's how things compile and things look the way they look. Now, we looking like trash. The Philadelphia Eagles as a unit from top to bottom are looking like trash. Now, the offense came to play in the second half, but the defense can't stop a goddamn runny nose. The defense can't stop a faucet. The defense is just totally trash. They cannot tackle. They can't do anything right. This is not a Super Bowl hangover. We are middle of the pack garbage. We are 4 and 5 garbage. We are middle. We are a 500 football team. And it's time to start thinking about what can we do to improve that for next year. Because the way we playing and we got the Saints next, it's a wrap. It's looking like it's a wrap for the season. It's a wrap for the season. What are we, third place in the division now? You know what I mean? We didn't take it. We didn't take our opportunities as we should have. There's no way we should have lost a lot of games. You know what I mean? But you got to analyze it from the top to the bottom, man. Jim Schwartz might have to go. Doug Peterson needs a defensive coordinator to where he can tell him, listen, that prevent-style defense ain't working. I don't want to see that no more. I believe Doug Peterson doesn't want to do that and say that to Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz got these guys playing a style of football that is going to have anybody lose. It doesn't even matter. The situational football, the presence we're supposed to have with these veterans, with this coaching staff, everything situational was being thrown out of the window. We're doing any and everything. We're going for 4th and 1s in the beginning of the game. We should be tying ball games up. It's just we are looking desperate when we shouldn't be desperate. We shouldn't have been desperate coming into this game like the Dallas Cowboys. We should have been more relaxed. We shouldn't have been desperate coming into this game. We ran the ball 7 times in the first half. That's not nearly enough. 3rd and 2 to close the game out to make the game 27-27. If we have a successful drive on the 3rd and 2, we throw a screen pass. Now it was a bit now for the situation. For the situation, it was a bad call, but for what the Cowboys called on defense, it was a great call. The Cowboys brought pressure. A screen pass, you're usually going to get 15, 20 yards off a screen when people blitz. But we run a screen pass, and we got 2 guys trying to block 1 guy, and they can't block the linebacker? and then Clement goes down. What about quick slants to Golden Tate? What about all this? What about all this stuff? All these weapons we got now. What about doing that? You go to Zach Ertz every other time, which is so stupid predictable, but you don't go to Zach Ertz on the 3rd and 2. Situational football, man. Personnel not being used. I mean, Carson Wentz battled back. He did what he did, but the defense let us down. The defense held us down. We're 4-5. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs at this point. I don't think we're going to win the division. I just don't see it. Now, we got a lot of games left in the division to play. Something maybe could turn, something might could turn around for us, but this was a demoralizing loss. A loss like this to a rival like this who you could have put out your misery, but in turn, they end up leapfrogging you in the division. Demoralizing loss, man. Demoralizing loss. The first half of this game was brutal to watch. It was absolutely brutal to watch. And once again, shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. We trash. The keys of victory for the first time in like 2 seasons. My keys to victory going into the Saints game, most likely 9 times out of 10, unless Drew Brees gets injured, will not have us getting a win. Because the way we play defense, we're going to get dismantled. We're going to get dismantled. The way we play defense against a high-power offense like that. Very brutal. Just terrible to watch. Brutal to watch. You know, I don't even want to go to sleep in my own house tonight. I don't want to even go get in my bed in my master bedroom. I feel like I deserve to go sleep outside. I deserve to be homeless tonight. That's how these guys got me feeling, man. They let me down. They let me down big time, man. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporter on the Eagles. Jim Schwartz is not the defensive coordinator for this unit. He's not the defensive coordinator for this unit. How does a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator turn into this in the next year? How does he turn completely? He looks like a bum. He looks like he's nothing.